Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another how to become the alchemist of your life, where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me: I do not just use the tarot; I use God and cousins in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne the God, it will not stop me. This series is all about teaching us the fundamental rules of becoming an alchemist of our lives. So let's go ahead and get into it. I've just been guided that we are moving away from, I want to say we're at the 6th point. I feel like there's going to be 12. And so now we're going to move into the star seeds. So we're moving into the second half of our, of this part of whatever we're asking God about, right? All right. So God, I ask that you please give us the information that we need to become the alchemist of our lives, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public. God, if any of our guardian ancestors, beings of light, guardian angels would like to come in, know that they are more than welcome. Beings of light only. God, please deliver these messages as clear as possible. In God's name I pray. All right, we're going to do 5 cards. 2 came out. 3 came out. 4 came out. One more. 5 came out. All right. So, with love. All right. So I did a 5 cards. Celebration. Let me just pull these out. This is interesting. I'm excited. Angel number 2 and angel number 159. Guys, make sure you check out the description box below. There are always additional messages as well as information about me, Honestly Sis, and booking. So let's get into this reading. The very first card that came up is celebration. Celebrate your achievement. You are truly a gift to the universe. And what I get right away is that I feel like I want to say we had this message before, maybe it was the 4th one, but about moving differently and moving as though you are already successful, as though the victory is already underway. But I feel like this is taking it a step further, and I feel like now God is going to start to teach us what happens when we actually do make it. So I feel like angel number 240, that for some of us, if you've been doing the work, and let's just being honest, like a lot of these people, they get on here and they say, oh, this is coming for you. But it's like, if you ain't doing the work, then no, it's not coming for you. So if you are, and when I say doing the work, that means you've been actively trying to, you've been actually trying to make your life better. You've been actually making steps. Maybe you've been working on a creative project, a creative endeavor. Maybe you're starting a spiritual business, or maybe just a business in general. But you've really just been moving in this place of love. Angel number 315. If you have been doing that, turning away from your old ways, walking away from things that are no longer serving to you, I feel like what God is saying is that you're about to enter this period of where it's going to be celebration, where those rainy days are over. Remember, there's a card in our law of attraction deck that speaks about the better that it gets, the better that it gets. I feel like what God is trying to get us to understand, and I'm going to stop after I say this, is that we have to understand in order to sustain success, because it's not enough to just reach success. That's why we're not talking about manifestations. That's why we're not talking about get rich schemes or trying to get a car or trying to get a whole bunch of money. We're talking about being the alchemist of our lives. And let me tell you what I mean when I say that. When I say that I want you guys to become the alchemist of your life, or that I'm on this mission to become the alchemist of a life, that means I want to be able to effortlessly create anything that I want. We look at Jay, and we're just like, I don't know about you. And if you don't like Jay-Z, this is probably never going to be the channel for you, because that nigga's my nigga. Like, he's the number one. Like, he's my blueprint. But if you look at Jay, like, I just look at his life and I'm just like, what the fuck can't this nigga do? Like, it literally feels like, at least from the outside looking in, that Jay is like me, and he had this list of things that he wanted to do, and this motherfucker has just been checking them off. Checking them off. Like, all these crazy big dreams, down to owning an NBA team. 1% is more than the niggas have you ever seen, and now y'all niggas act like it's an everyday thing. Anyways, Down to owning an NBA team. I think right now there's talks about him trying to get into the NFL team. I mean, like these things, he's breaking barriers he's breaking barriers. Like he's just literally, there's nothing that he cannot do. And that is because he's truly become the alchemist of our lives. And so that is where we're trying to go. We're all trying to be Jay-Z's. We're all trying to be Beyonce's out here in this motherfucker. And when I say Beyonce and Jay-Z, and why I'm not saying any other celebrity, because for me, the two of them represents divine feminine and divine masculine and how they work together. We both understood their ebb and flows throughout their relationship. We remember back in, I want to say it was the Black album, where there was that one song when he was like, she loves her work more than she does me. Like we're learning the reason why I love them so much and the reason why I respect them is because for me, they are an example of what happens when two alpha people comes together and they don't dim each other light, but they just keep, when two divine mates come together, they just become one, and they just become powerful and they create wealth, they just create wealth. Like he's a billionaire, she's a billionaire. Like what's better than one billionaire too? Like, and it's because they're both, and what makes it so dope and what makes it so admirable or whatever you want to call it is because they're both doing what they love. Not only are they in the careers that they love, but they love each other. Like they genuinely, like, I don't know about y'all, but I know Beyonce genuinely love Jay. Like, if your ass go back to B-Day, like, that bitch was already talking about how this nigga, he better like me. I'm about to put my freakum dress on. Like, she's been going through it because she genuinely loves this motherfucker. Like, she really want to be with him. Like, and who wouldn't? Like, he's a millionaire. And he's an ex-drug dealer. Like, Jay-Z is, come on, let's be real. Like, let's be real. Jay-Z's that nigga. Like, let's just be real. Like, not only is he a street nigga, but he successfully transitioned from street nigga to rap nigga. And now he successfully transitioned from rap nigga to rap mogul, successfully transitioned from rap mogul to the fucking billionaire. Jay-Z's the shit. Of course Beyonce want him. And then she's fucking Beyonce. Like, anyways, I digress. I say all that to say that what God is trying to get us to understand is like, how do we obtain our achievement, obtain our goals, and then maintain it? Because what I don't want to happen, I know I don't want this to happen, and I'm sure you don't want this to happen to yourself, angel number 740, is that you obtain this, you obtain your goal, you get where you want to go, and then you are fucked up by the outside noise. And people are getting you off your track, and that list that you made of all the things you want to do, now you're more worried about what other people think that you should do, and what's a good look, and what look good for your image. Like, no. Like, we're not trying to do any of that. We are here to set trends. We are here to fuck up industries. Like, we are here to build new earth. Remember, we're ignoring reality so that we can create something differently. And that's what this reading is all about. All right. Next message that came out is advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the strings of your hearts. And so what God is saying, again, as soon as you reach that achievement, to get this achievement, if you haven't got there, God is saying you got to keep going after your heart. You got to keep answering your call. You got to keep doing things that make you feel good. I'm doing this video, and honestly, I'll be completely real. Like, I know people probably look at me. At this point, I realize I don't have any friends. Like, I probably have one or two, and one of those include my ex. So, he technically not even my friend, and I don't have, and I feel like we say friends a lot, but I feel like I'm a loner. Like, I feel like I don't have friends. If I'm going through something, I'm going to have to go through it on my own. Like, and it's so crazy because I spent so much of my life fearing being alone. I spent so much of my life, but I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. And so I was like a people pleaser, and I was like camouflaging myself, just doing all of this shit. And guess what? I still ended up alone. So it's like, it doesn't even matter. And I'm going to be completely honest. I was getting my nails done. What y'all think? Okay. I was getting my nails done, and I was talking about like some plans that I had for the summer, and the girl that did my nails, she's like, you don't like who you going with? I was talking about a trip I was going on. I was like, you know what? I think I'm about to start solo traveling. Like, I'm just going to start doing stuff for myself. And she was like, you don't really talk about your friends like that. And it really fucked me up. Like, her saying that fucked me up, because I think I have been on my own, like, dealing with, like, this loneliness and realizing that I don't really have any friends or have people that are there for me. And, like, what the fuck does that mean about me? Like, does this mean I'm a fucked up person? Does that mean I'm this loser? You know, like, I was just, like, going through all of these things. But at the same time, I was, like, feeling very proud of myself. And, like, I just bought a new bedroom set and I'm getting my house together. And it's like, you know what? Give me a fucking break. Like, no, I don't have no fucking friends, because guess what? I am at the baby stages of getting my shit together. My whole life literally disintegrated before my eyes. And now I'm picking up the fucking pieces. And a part of that process is I don't have those people who are in my life anymore. I don't have those people who were nasty nice to me, or who treated me like a beta friend, like the B team of friends. Like, and honestly, I don't even want to be in that energy anymore. I don't want to be around people who treat me that way. And I feel like sometimes people from your past, they don't allow you to become who you're trying to become, because they're still seeing you in that light. And so sometimes God has to take you out of those, areas, so that you can see yourself, so that you can see who you truly are, because those people are not reflecting the greatness of you. They're just reflecting this fragmented part of you, or who they want you to be in order to make their story great. You hear me? You feel what I'm saying? I hope so. But I say all that to say that if your life, it feels like it's chaotic, you feel like you don't know what's going on, you feel like things are just out of balance and out of whack, God is saying, trust it. Know that everything is going to work out for the good at the end of the day, and that we're in this energy of advancement. We're in this energy of building new earth. So as long as you keep following your heart, as long as you keep doing what's true to you, everything will turn out okay. Vibration is at the center of this reading, and vibration is at the center of this reading. And this card says your vibration is being raised to a higher levels. You are connected to cosmo intelligence. So what I was saying again, celebration. I get this. Graduation day. Congratulations, guys. I feel like if you have been following me from the very first video, you've been actively trying to change, you've been really trying to implement this stuff into your life. What God is saying is we're at this graduation. And so now he's trying to teach us how do we happen, because we're at graduation, but what we are in, we're still in this in-between stage. We're in this stage of between our old life and our new life. And God is trying to teach us God is trying to teach us how to maintain our vibration, how to maintain our energy, so that we can get to the end goal. Because I think what happens is why so many people don't get to the end goal, why so many people don't become who they think that they're supposed to be in life, is because they're still caught up in reality. Because they're still, when they get to this in-between stage where they, where they don't have the friends they used to have, they don't walk, they don't want to, they don't look at life the same way, they don't have the same urges, they get scared, and instead of advancing forward, they go backwards, because a lot of people rather have what they know than what they don't know. A lot of people would rather go back and be comfortable in a fucked up normal reality, their normal comfort zone, than to go into the unknown in a place that could be better than their wildest imaginations. That's why I never understand people that's like, oh my God, girl, you ain't worried about what's gonna happen. It's like, oh girl, you ain't worried about what's gonna say the same. Like, it's like, you'd rather stay stuck in a fucked up situation for the rest of your life versus going in the darkness and going into journeying into this unknown and potentially having the greatest life of your dreams. Like, I'm going to take that gamble and see what's on the other side. And so I feel like, and if I want to compare this to the Alchemist book, which I love doing, I feel like we're at this part where we're in the desert. Like, we're just in the middle of fucking desert. We super far away from home. We've been through these trials, and we're committed on our journey, but we're still just at that place where we do not know. Like, we're like, I'm on this journey. I think it's going to end up well, but I don't know. And what God is saying is, you do know, stay focused on where you're going, stay focused on the celebration and the achievements that you want to have, and everything else is going to flow. And the last card that's contributing to this message is patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. So again, I want you to imagine yourself in a tunnel, or imagine yourself in a tunnel. And at the back of the tunnel, what you can't see anymore is your old life. And at the front of the tunnel, that penny, that little bitty light is the life of where your destiny. And so what God is saying, instead of getting scared and being like, oh my God, like how much further? Damn, that light don't look like it's any closer. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm scared. God is saying, instead of getting scared and retreating back to your comfort zone, continue to push yourself forward and go into the unknown, because what's happening right now is that all of those pieces are starting to fall into place. And if you get scared now, or if you start doing things to jeopardize your vibration, if you start going back to those old ways of being, you're going to fuck yourself up. And we don't want to do that. Angel number 1530. Last thing, underlying all of this energy. I can't believe it's 15. I gotta hurry up. Underlying all this energy is see your adversities as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. And this is for wisdom. So again, what God is trying to get you to understand is, and I'll go back to my example of when, she told me, you don't have any friends. It fucked me up. I was thinking about it all day. I mean, I thought about it all night after I left her. I woke up thinking about it. And instead of allowing, I could have just been like, she's right. I don't have friends. I'm a loser. I'm fucked up. I don't know. Like, I could have did that. Like, and I did do that for a minute. But it's like, is that helping my vibration? Like, is that going to get me any closer to where I'm going? No. What I really did is after I got past myself, I cried a little bit. I had to ask myself, I'm like, what is this trying to teach me? And that's what you got to start asking yourself. When shit comes up in your life, you have to be like, what the fuck? Like, what is God what are you trying to teach me here? Like, what are you trying to get me to see? And what I realized, and what I told you, is that it taught me that being a people pleaser and all those times that I let myself down, or I did things that I really didn't want to do, or I let my partner down because I wanted to please these other people, it showed me that it's never worth it. Not following my heart, not following love, not like denying myself, it's never worth it in the end. And so what this taught me is that people respect you for who you are. People respect you. People respect you for who you are. And two, people are going to treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. Angel number 1711. And so this just taught me that I have to own my decisions. I have to stand up for myself. If I don't want to do anything, no is a complete motherfucking sentence. And I don't have to explain myself to nobody, to my job, to my mom, to my dad, nobody. I'm grown. And that's what you got to realize. I remember I was watching The Real Housewives of Potomac and looking at Wendy like, oh my God, I can't tell mama. I'm scared to tell mama that I don't want to, I want to change my career. So I'm like, girl, you're a grown ass woman. What the fuck, with kids and a husband? What the fuck you mean you're scared to tell your mama? But that's how a lot of us operate. A lot of us operate in this place of where we're scared to tell our parents. And, we don't ever live the life of our dreams because we're just happy with the pats on our back. And at some point, we have to ask ourselves, is it okay to be accepted by the minority? Like, oh, there you go. Very easy. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not. That's what all of that taught me. And as much as it hurt, as much as I didn't want to go through it, I had to go through it to get there. So I hope that worked for you, but let's get some more cards out here so we can speed this on up. God, clarify this message of celebration, advancement, vibration, patience, and wisdom. God, what are you trying to teach us about moving to this next level in our journey? God, what are you trying to teach us about the in-between? How can we stay focused on a journey that is on our journey ahead and not get scared when we end up in these dark areas and when we end up in the unknown? Like, what are you trying to teach us, God? Make it as clear as possible. Ignore reality. You got to ignore reality. To get what you've never had before, you have to ignore reality. And I had to ask myself, like, do I really even want to be around these people? Just, really think about, like, the things that you're crying over. And then take a step back and be like, but do it really matter? Or maybe not. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. See? Y'all ain't gonna. I knew it. This cannot reverse. Y'all, honestly, I'm good. I'm good. I said all this shit without even any cards being out. I'm learning how to channel better, so that's pretty good. We all learning together. Okay. So at the top of this reading is angel number 2023 is the world, which makes all the sense in the world. No pun intended. But it's like I was telling you, with celebration, the world. We have come through this cycle of completion. You have done the things that you had to do necessary to get you to where you are. And now you are about to begin this brand new cycle. You're ready to go off in the world. You're ready to expand. You're ready to broaden your horizons. And so what God is trying to get you to understand is that now that you are in this new area of your life, it's time to start doing things differently. It's time to start moving differently. If you want something that you've never had before, you have to do some things you have never done before. For advancement, we have the Four of Pentacles. And what I'm hearing very strongly is that you have to free up your resources. You have to free up your talents. You have to put yourself out there. If you really, truly want advancement, you cannot be so scared to move. You cannot be so scared to hold on to your little corner piece of reality. You have to let it go. Let it go out into the world. If you are an artist and you have not created a website to where you can have some form of a portfolio, then you need to do that. If you are a musician, you need to go ahead and start putting your shit on these streaming devices. Like, I get it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to have your stuff out there. But what God is trying to get you to understanding is that money, just like your talents, your gift, your resources, is an energy. And so if you are hoarding money, if you are hoarding your talents, if you are hoarding anything to yourself, you are blocking yourself. A very quick story. When I first started on my journey, maybe not first started, maybe about 2 or 3 years into my journey, angel number 22 of writing my manuscript, I had went and got a chakra reading, and she was telling me that my hands, my communication, my throat, she was saying it was blocked. And I was like, like it really didn't make sense that it was blocked. But she was like, what have you been doing? And I was like, no, she was like, yeah, she's like, it's blocked, but it's like, it's like you've just been creating. And I was like, I have. And because I was working on my manuscript. And so what she was saying is that you've been creating so much energy, but you haven't been getting it out. And in turn, you've been flowing yourself. So that's why I created the Honestly Sis newsletter, so that as I'm creating secretly offline, I'm also giving to the internet. So you maybe for my musicians, or maybe for, I keep getting musicians. You got to find a way to get you have to find your way of regularly feeding people your energy. It's not enough the way that you're feeding your energy right now, because you're still hoarding. So find a way, just like I was saying, my newsletter is my vehicle. This YouTube channel is my vehicle to put that energy out. You need to find a way to put your gifts, your talent, your money out there so that you can receive it. For your vibration is being raised. Like I was telling you guys before, is the 5 of Cups. And a lot of you guys, what is going to happen, because you're at the world, but you're kind of still in such this sensitive area. If you continue to stay focused on the cups that are spilled, if you continue to stay focused on the cups that have spilled, if you continue to stay focused on the things that have not gone right, or the things that are going wrong, all you're going to do is draw more of that to you. So what God is saying, please, please, please turn your attention away from the shit that's not going right. Please turn your attention away from the people who left you, the people who let you down, the people who didn't. Start blocking them. Like, just unfollow them. You don't need that shit on your timeline. And who gives a fuck if they mad that you unfollowed them? Take the shit off your timeline, because you're fucking up your energy. I'm being real. Personal advice. Take it off your timeline. And so what God is saying, turn your energy away from that. Focus on the things that are going right. Focus on the things that make you feel good. If you do that, you will continue to raise your vibration, and you will come up out of this cycle. You will come out of this cycle of illusions. For some of you guys, because you are going through this cycle of advancement, because you looked up and you took your rag off and you're like, oh shit, where am I at? I don't want to be here. Now you're focusing on the things that you let go. You're in the gloom and the doom. But God is saying, you're in the doom and gloom, and it's creating these illusions in your life. But God is saying, allow that to go. Like, stop focusing on the bad. Focus on the good stuff. Focus on the positivity. Focus on shedding your limiting beliefs. Focus on looking at some of your shadow sides, acknowledging the ways that you have been toxic, acknowledging in the ways that you've let yourself down in the past. If you do that instead of focusing on the bad, what's going to happen is that you're going to be ripe and ready for pregnancy. You're going to be ready to birth new life, which, remember, celebrations at the top of this. So that's why God is saying use your wisdom. You're at the period of where you're on your way to your destiny, where your dream is in reach. But if you start fucking up and focusing on the things that's going wrong, you cannot get to the life that's truly for you. Angel number 2525. So God is saying, please, 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 this week, this month, honestly, this month and this quarter. Yep. This month and this quarter is very important for you to give up your resources, put yourself out there, focus on the things that are going right. Turn away from the illusions. Start working on your limiting beliefs, shedding those limiting beliefs. You can do those by doing some morning pages, because you are in this cycle of where you're about to birth a brand new reality. But if you stay focused on all the stuff that are going on, you keep hoarding your stuff, you're going to block yourself and you're not going to be able to birth the things that are truly for you. All right. All right, guys, get us some tools out here really quickly. What is a tool? Maybe two tools that we can use to navigate this new area of our life, God. How can we stay focused on advancement and raising our vibration, turning away from the illusions, and focused on this new reality that we're trying to birth? How can we stop hoarding our resources, stop hoarding our talents, stop focusing on the bad things? God, just give us two tools that we can use to help us navigate this area of our life that we are in. Make it as plain as possible. That was definitely one. Life is always working out for me. What was I just saying? I think I said this before. I think I actually said this before. This is the one I'm going to read at the top. Life is always working out for me. I like understanding that things are always evolving. While there are many things that could be better where I am, it is not really a problem because where I am is constantly changing to something better. I like knowing that as I look for the best things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent in my experience. Let me read that one more time, because this is for some of you. I like knowing that as I look for the best things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent in my experience. It is fun to know that things are always working out for me. As I watch for the evidence of that, I see more evidence of it every single day. So that's what God is wanting you to understand, that anything that is happening, if there's chaos happening in your life right now, if there's just a lot of turmoil, just know that sometimes chaos has to happen in order to break way for brand new ground. I'm just going to pull some of these other cards out here. Yep. Just so you can see. Because I know it, but just so you can see. The other one I'm going to focus. This is the one I'm going to focus on. But I'm just going to let you know what came out for advancement. And with the with the Four of Pentacles, we got my life is as good as I allow it to be. Like the air you breathe, abundance is available in all things to you. Your life is simply as good as you allow it to be. And so what God is saying, it's up to you. Either you're going to keep living in this mindset of lack, poverty, you don't got it, you're not rich enough. I'm in this process of trying to plan trips for myself this summer, and I had to tell myself, you can afford it. Like, girl, you can afford it. Like, you can afford it. You can afford it. And sometimes you just have to constantly tell yourself that. I was recently ordering myself some DoorDash. And like, it got to, where they put the delivery and the tip. And I was like, ooh, this is expensive. And I just had to tell myself, like, girl, you ain't got time to be fucking up your vibration. I can afford it. And so what God is trying to ask you to do, not like saying you go out the window, but God wants you to understand that your life is only as good as you allow it to be. So you have to stop blocking yourself and stop hoarding your resources. So I'm going to read this one more time. What does it say? Many people focus upon unwanted things and with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance within them, and then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with physical action. That sounds like some of you guys. And because of the misalignment of energy, they do not get the results of their actions. So then they try to work harder. So what God is trying to get you to understand is it's not about you doing anything. It's about you dying to these limiting beliefs, dying to these illusions, not focusing on what's not going right, but focusing on what's going well. For vibration, it says, whatever I desire, I can acquire. I love this card so much. It makes me so happy. And I'm just going to read the bottom, because for a lot of you guys, you're so focusing on the things that haven't let go, the cups that are spilled, the people that let you go, not realizing that you still have these two things and more that is coming for you. So let's read this one. If the time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law. So what God is trying to get you to understand is that if you feel like, if you have lost friends, but in your heart, if you have lost friends, you lost family, you don't have the family union that you want, but in your heart you want it, in your heart you desire to have love, to have family, to have camaraderie, to have fulfilling friendships, to have somebody for your kids to fucking play with, God is saying he knows every single thing. Like I keep telling y'all, anything that you lost on this journey, God is going to replace tenfold. So what he's telling you, even the friendships that you want, even that mothering that you want, he's keeping a list. And unlike Santa, he ain't got to check that motherfucker twice. He already know, like, that's going to my baby because she had to let that go so she can get here. God is saying whatever you desire, you acquire. Even the love, even the friendship, even the companionship, you can get it, but you're not going to get it if you're focused on the things that haven't gone right. Okay? Turn your attention. We got to keep our vibration focused. Not last thing, going with patience. For the moon, there's no shortages of time and money. Whether you are focused upon the shortage of money or seeing yourself as only having so many years to live, my older people, it's not too late for you to live your dreams. My 50 plus. Come on, 50 plus. Come on. 50 to no 40. Get your ass out there, boo. Like, we need y'all. We need y'all. Okay, we need our elders. Get your shit together. Anyways, whether you are focused upon the shortages of money or seeing yourself as having only so many years to live, and so each day that is expended is one day closer to the end of your years, that feeling of decline is contrary to your broader understanding of your eternal being. What God's trying to understand, what God's trying to get you to understand is that be patient. Be patient. Allow destiny to unfold. There's no shortages of time or money. You may be feeling like, oh my God, I'm in this quarantine and I ain't got no friends and I ain't got no man. And that mean I ain't gonna never have nobody. God is just like, girl, it's a period. It's a period, boo. Period. Okay? He said, you just going through this period of advancement. Like you had there. Y'all, you know what I want y'all to understand is that if you want change in your life, right? You won't change because you're watching this video. Clearly, we're 30 minutes in. You clearly still won't change in your life. You want your life to be better, right? Change has to happen. Your shit can't stay the same. How you gonna change your life and everything stay the same? Okay. So what God is saying is, boo, this is just a period. This is just a period of time you're going through. This is just temporary. This loneliness is temporary. Everything that you want, God already knows. He's already replacing. So stay focused on your heart. Stay focused on where you want to go. Justice is coming for you guys. That's how we're ending this reading. Justice. God say you stay focused on where you're going. You stay focused on where you're headed. Because I feel like what's really going on is that we're going through this trial period. And it's really, y'all have to understand the universe is only asking us, so you want this? Do you really want this? How bad do you want this? You know, that's how the universe is operating. You be like, I want it, and I want it now, and I want it bad, and I'm not giving up. And you can take all the shit the way you want because I still want this shit. Justice is coming. It has to happen. When I see justice, I see it can't rain always. When I see justice, I see it can't be hard forever. Like your time is going to come. Angel number 34, which breaks down to angel number 7 again. Your time is going to come. And I feel like it's going to come in the next 1 to 3 months. So what you need to be, mentor coming, soul family coming, mentor coming. Unexpected money coming from nowhere. Unexpected opportunity coming from nowhere. Changing the way that you work. It's coming. Okay? This is the reality. It's coming, baby. But you got to stay focused. You got to focus on your advancement. You got to keep your vibration where it needs to be. You have to be patient. You have to know that everything is working out in your favor. Last card. Last thing we're going to focus on, rather. Wisdom. See your adversity as an opportunity to expand your light. We got the Empress. It came out reversed for some of you guys, which means that some of you guys are so focused on what's not going right. You're fucking up your vibration. You're not able to birth the reality. And what you really need to do is spend some time going inward, working on those shadowing, limiting beliefs. For the other one, you guys, my people who's focused, here we go. When you acknowledge what you do not want and ask yourself what it is that you do want, you begin a gradual shift of telling yourself a new story. Come on, y'all. God. Shit. God, how you just gonna come and talk your shit like that? How you just gonna come talk your shit like that in the middle of my reading? Let me hurry up. When you acknowledge what you do not want and then ask yourself what it is that I do want, you begin a gradual shift of telling yourself a new story into a much improved point of attraction. You get the essence of what you think about, whether you want it or not, because the law of attraction is inherently consistent. Therefore, you are never only telling the story of how it is now. You are telling the future experience that you are creating right now. So that's why I had to tell myself, like, girl, your feelings hurt. You ain't got no friends, but you need to get over it. Okay? I had to tell myself, this is temporary. This is temporary. This is a temporary problem. Everything I desire, I acquire. Everything I want is on the way to me. Everything is working out in my favor. So I'm going to continue to get my ass out here on YouTube. I'm going to continue to put myself out here. I'm going to continue to allow myself to feel like the gifted being that I am. And guess what? I woke up this morning with a new attitude. So that's what God is trying to get you to understand, that you have the power. When your life is constantly dictated by there we go. If you need everybody, come on, God. If you need everybody to be on your page and give you what you need for you to be okay, you're never going to be the master of your life. If you need matter of fact, I just read a daily devotional. It says, give up this idea that you're going to be without adversities. That's not the point of life. If you want to not have to go through anything, you don't want any type of challenges, just die. Okay, just go die. Just go sit in the latest nursing home, go curl yourself up on and die. Because to live is challenging. Life is challenging. I don't know why nobody told us that. I don't know why we think life is easy, because I think somebody lied to us and told us life is easy, but to live, to consciously make choices, it's difficult. But it's worth it. I'm not saying that it's not worth it. It's worth it, because you become the alchemist. But do you think Jay-Z don't have any problems? I'm pretty sure he has a lot of problems. Clearly we just saw billionaire and all, this nigga was damn near about to lose his wife. So it lets you know what God is trying to get you to understand. It ain't gonna always be kumbaya. And what you have to understand is that you don't need life to be like that. You don't need life to give you no challenges. What you need is to be okay and to trust yourself no matter what challenges come your way. Okay? All right, let's go to work your light real quick. We're going to round this off. I'm going to pull a work your light. We're going to do one of these, and then I'm going to pull a fortune to just see what happens if we actually do change our attitude, what comes for us. And then I'm going to wrap it on up. Even though I think I wrapped it up 1,000 times, but still. All right, God, clarify this message of celebration. Life's always working out for us. Wisdom, understanding what we want and why do we want it. With the Empress and the world. God, what are you trying to get us to understand about this message? Please, just wrap it on up in one big bow. What are you trying to get us to understand about this in-between phase? How do we stay focused in the in-between? How do we stay focused in the unknown? How do we learn to trust ourselves? How do we learn to trust you, God? That's really what it is. How do we learn to trust you? One card, God. How do we... God is funny. Take a break, take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Get your ass off the treadmill. That's what God said. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So I actually feel like I need to read both of these, because I feel like what God is trying to get you to understand, my people, there's no shortages of time or money. If you're at this place where you're like, it's just feeling like too much and you're ready to give up, give yourself a break. You know, you don't have to keep forcing yourself. You don't have to keep pushing against something that you don't have. God is saying, take a break. Go inwards. If life isn't going properly, go inwards. But let's see what he says. I'm actually going to read both of these because I feel guided. And it's my fucking reading, so. I be having to realize that, like, I'm grown, it's mine. I wanted to keep these under an hour, so I think we're like just about there. So, okay. I've never put these cards. Inner Temple. Okay, this is the action card. And then what's this? Take a break. Okay, so they both action cards. Okay. So let's go to Inner Temple. Okay. Devotion. Tune into the heart portal. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm. To develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend your time with your soul. All of the answers to all of your questions that you are seeking are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more you spend time with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn, and you are being called to go deeper into your soul growth or to increase your devotion by being a student of lineage or spiritual teacher. If you've already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion in this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Commit to a daily devotional practice. And so I really love this a lot because it makes sense. God is saying that as we're in this unknown, what's going to be vital for us, like I was telling you, to keep your vibration up, God is asking you to find yourself a daily practice. And so for me, I do my morning pages every morning, which is just get you a journal. You just write 3 pages a day, whatever you want, whatever on your mind. And honestly, I swear to God, like even the days that I don't want to do it, like I'd still do it. And it really makes you feel better. Cause just think about it. Like all that shit is just floating around in your mind. And like, you just have to sometimes just get it out. And once it's out, it's out. Also, there has been times that I found myself writing in my morning pages and I'll start with a question and end up giving myself an answer. So God is saying, find that way, find that practice for you that will work. Another good morning practice, if you have it in you, is to do yoga. I started to do some intuitive yoga because I actually went to a yoga training. I can be a yoga teacher, I guess. And so I just started doing my own yoga flows. And that's another way that I can tap into, you know, working with my guides. But what God is saying is that now that you're in this unknown period, to stop you from going back to the things that you used to do, you have to start creating a daily practice to focus in on to focus to God and to focus with your spirit team. So journaling, I'm a big journal. I love journaling. I personally feel like journaling is the best, but what they say, journaling, meditation, chanting, whatever you feel is best. You really just want to get an activity that makes you just kind of zone out. So if reading is that for you, you can get you some, daily devotional. I also have the Inyana, Dr. Inyana. I have hers. And I have another one. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, just get you a practice in place because that's also going to allow you to stay focused when things just get a little, chaotic. All right. Last message, take a break. Take a break. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing. To be in the moment and enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate. Confirmation. To decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. You are not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifest something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on a vacation, book a massage, take long breaks in nature, or go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. All right, angel number 46. And so what God is saying is that you guys, we have been working very, very hard, especially if you have been working on any creative endeavors. Angel number 4610, I tell you guys all the time that I'm working on my novel. I just finished my manuscript. And honestly, I feel like this message is a little bit for me, and not for me, because I've been feeling like, I don't know, for some reason I haven't been rushing into going to edit my manuscript, because I feel like, just like this card just said, like, that was a fucking lot to like birth a whole book. So I feel like what God is saying is that congratulations, boo. You are in a new phase of your life. Things may feel unknown. The journey may feel like you don't know where it's going to go. But God is saying, continue to just stay focused on where you're headed. Know that know that life is always working out in your favor. Know that life is only going to be as good as you allow it to be. So allow yourself to free up your resources. You don't have to be so serious all the time. Go out, take breaks. Go chill with your family and do things that make you recharge, because what you'll do is it'll help your vibration. Everything is about vibration. It'll boost up your vibration, and it'll just allow you to appreciate the journey. Like, everything is not about go, go, go. Everything is not about go, go, go. God, what happens if we take this moment to create a daily devotional practice? What if we take a break? What if, as we are in this unknown period, that we focus on knowing that life is working out for us? We focus on the things that are going right and never on what is going wrong. And we know that there is no shortages of time or money. What's going to be birthed into our life, God? Give us one card, God. What's going to be birthed into our life if we follow the guidance of this reading? I love it. The sun is shining on your career and business growth, fabulous communications and relationships and opportunities. A stranger is about to change your life. Exciting and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion. So let me go ahead and wrap this beautiful reading all up, along with travel, which is perfect for this world card, which also we got travel again for take a break. So if you have been thinking about doing some trips either locally here in the U.S. or abroad, like, I really feel like you should definitely follow through on that, because God and Spirit is actually really encouraging us. So let me go ahead and wrap this message up. For the next month to 3 months, for the next 3 months, I'm telling you, are in this No. For the next 3 months, you are in this period of transition. You are growing from one level of existence to another, and there's going to be some unknown areas. You're going to be uncomfortable for a minute, but God is saying, don't stay focused on the uncomfortable part. Don't stay focused on the things that you lost. God is saying, really stay focused on the things that you want. Stay focused on the goal that you have for your life. Focus on the things that are going well. Know that whatever you desire, you acquire. Know that anything that God has taken away, He will replace plus some. Know that there's no shortages of time or money, and really start questioning yourself on why do you want things, what do you want, and why do you want certain things. If you really take this attitude of celebrating before the victory comes, knowing that life is always working out in your favor, just rewards will be in your favor. You can have an opportunity. You can have an opportunity for somebody to fund your creative endeavor, or you can just find yourself in a brand new cycle or you could just find yourself in a brand new career or a brand new cycle for your business. Either way it goes, if you take this attitude of going inwards, creating a daily devotional, taking a break, not being so serious, focusing on life working out for you, nothing but good things could come and you will truly become the alchemist of your life. So will you? All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me your key takeaways. If not, at least give me your thumbs up. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. All right, y'all. I hope that this is good. I feel good about that one. All right, bye.